A lot of friendly faces here in the crowd here. So thanks for coming, guys. Really do appreciate it. You know, we got the best and the brightest, the most talented here from the state of Minnesota and what we've done for the full year, 2016-2017 season. And it's exciting. It's exciting to honor you guys, the great wrestlers we have, great athletes, great students, great Minnesotans. Who here is excited for the new season to start? Come on, let's get louder. Who here is ready for the new season to start? Who's going to be the loudest? Who's going to be the loudest gets a t-shirt. One more time. All right. Who here's a pee-wee? Raise your hand to stand up. Pee-wee. Who's a pee-wee? We got two pee-wees here? Not more than two pee-wees here, right? Oh, there's a pee-wee right in the front row here. Who's here? What do we got? Bantam. Where's the Bantam? He's probably a Bantam. Raise it. So we got a few Bantams in the house. Yeah, about land. Good number of Bantams. All right. What about intermediates? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Novices. Stand up, novices. Stand up. Let's see you guys. Good. All right, we got, I'm trying to go through them in my head here quick. So we got schoolboy next. Where are my schoolboys or schoolgirls? Yes, are you schoolboy? Yeah. A little schoolboy. What about the cadets? Oh, we got a few cadets over here. Cool kid row over there. Yeah, and then juniors? Any juniors? I know we're missing a lot of juniors and some of the seniors when we get through the awards. You know, it just so happened today's the same day as the U23 tournament down in Rochester. You know, I say we schedule this one first, but, you know, it goes that way sometimes. So, again, guys, the format today, you know, we're going to do top 10 for each of the divisions we talked about just a minute ago. We're going to do top 10, triple crown, and going to get into some of the state awards and finally some national awards. It's been a fun year, you know, state of Minnesota, Minnesota Storm, all that we've done for wrestling. You know, the United States of America won the juniors for the world team. So let's give a round of applause for that. First time in 30 years. Maybe first time ever. I think we won the cadets too, is that right? Second in the cadets. Let's do a round of applause for that. I'm going to throw another one out here. Who wants it? Goes to Colby. Little guy gets it. But again, guys, thanks for being here. So we'll go ahead and get started. We got some awards here that we'll give out through the night, but I also got some fun things we're going to keep throwing out here too. So if you didn't get something yet, you might still get something. I do want to thank the board of directors. You know, this all couldn't happen without a lot of the work that's done, you know, from people across the state, helping make sure our kids have the tournaments, you know, tournaments necessary to grow in the sport of wrestling, but also to make sure that we have success in all that we do. So I'm not going to go through all of these names here, but I do want to put them up on the board. And if you're in the room here, I know there's a few of them in, please stand up and let's get a round of applause to them. Like Matt, Jeff, Dave. I think most of them are down in Rochester, so unfortunately the dates conflicted, but I know more wanted to be here today. We'll go ahead and get started here. See the background of that? Is there a picture back there? Can you dim the lights a little bit? There should be a picture. You see it? I see it. Gosh, that's bad. You can't be able to see it. Can you dim a little more? It's supposed to be. It looks better on the computer, I can promise you that. There's Pat. There he is. And we got Pat Smith. he wins the most outstanding senior. So if we keep it about right there, we got more pictures coming through that you'll see the winners of the top 10 as well. But Pat couldn't make it here, but let's give Pat a round of applause on behalf of the Pat actually made it to the world team. He was a national champ, didn't place at nationals on the Greco-Roman team, but he had a great year. The most outstanding women's senior, Kelly, did you make it? I don't know if Kelly made it in today. All right, Kelly, come on down. And it's actually, congratulations to Kelly, it's Rasmussen Metzger. So, sorry I said Kelly Rasmussen there. And Barrett, I don't think he was able to make it today either, but Barrett was an outstanding University Greco wrestler, placing second at University Nationals. Let's give it up for Barrett. And Barrett just made the U23 World Team yesterday, so that is huge. Great accomplishment for the state of Minnesota. Outstanding University Freestyle, Tommy Thorne. Outstanding Junior UWW Greco and Freestyle, Mitchell McKee. Like I said, we missed the seniors a little bit because of the tournament going on, some of the juniors and university wrestlers, but we'll go ahead and start getting into the girls awards, and then the kids all the way up next. So I do want to invite up one person. You guys probably know who he is, Chad Shilson. Chad's been instrumental to the success of girls and women's wrestling across the nation. I come from South Dakota, and grew up there. We didn't have girls wrestling. Coming to Minnesota and see what it's done, and even in the last 5 years, is amazing. I know Chad stays on me to make sure I order the awards for all the different weight classes and multiple. I mean, we gotta, it's great to see when we're ordering more awards because of the number of girls and women in this sport. It's awesome. Wrestle Like a Girl is, an organization that Chad is part of. That I don't know if you guys have heard, but NCAA wrestling is coming to fruition because of the work that Wrestle Like a Girl does. And Chad has been a big part of that, big part of Minnesota USA Wrestling. So I'm going to invite Chad up here. He was the USA Girls National Coach of the Year.
Thank you. Before we get into announcing some of the girls, we want to throw out a few more shirts. All of the shirts and gear that we're throwing out today, compliments of Minnesota Girls Wrestling. But I want one of the Rogatsky boys that's got a good arm. I want them up here, maybe both of them, they can start chucking the stuff out. Rogatsky boys, they do everything well, so we know they've played baseball before their dad put them on a straight and narrow course of wrestling. And then one of the shirts that we have is our promo shirt for our girls team, and it just has our Facebook page on the bottom, but it has the Storm Strong logo on the back, flexing of the muscles, and the Storm logo is the biceps. And we put this shirt together and this logo simply because we, as an organization, as Minnesota USA Wrestling and the Storm, we wanted to make sure that everybody knew that girls, guys, it's all one team. We're all one organization. And nothing will detract the organization from that purpose. And we want to make sure that everybody understands that we got 99% of the people going in one direction, there might be 1% of the population goes in the other direction. We're good with our 99%. And that's kind of the way girls wrestling is right now. There are so many people that are for the sport, a lot of people are still being educated on it, and every once in a while you have someone who's a detractor that doesn't understand the purpose of why we want the other gender to be able to wrestle. And instead of spending any time on that 1%, we just leave them in the dust and we keep focusing on the 99%. There's 320 million people in the United States, so if we get 315 million people on board with women's wrestling, I think we'll be pretty successful. So let's throw out a few more shirts. Hold on a second. Oh, and if you get a size that doesn't fit, sorry, come on, give it to a neighbor or a nephew or a cousin or something. Okay, throw them deep. You got to throw it deep. See a little love over there? Tie it in the knot, maybe tie that in the knot before you throw it.
One more. Hey, right here. Hey, right here.
Get it over there. Go over there. Tie this in the knot.
Move it.
Up front!
Bam. There you go. Okay. Thanks, guys. We'll call on you in a little bit again.
Oh, this fits me.
Okay. Now I'm supposed to go on through this, correct? Right here?
Trying to get way back.
Okay. Let's go. Let's see it.
That's right.
Let's throw the arm out. You know what? That's exactly where he was going. That's where we get on. Okay, so where are we going to now? Top 10 girls. This is one of my favorites. Many years ago, we created the top 10 girls format simply because we wanted to recognize our budding girls program. At the time, we only had 10 girls in the program. We had done a top 5. So it was yet a 1 in 2 chance of making the top 10. But now we have 150 girls that are wrestling for Minnesota USA Wrestling, and it's a struggle. These girls are competing nonstop throughout the season to get those points, whether it's in Minnesota or regional tournament or playing internationals. They're really busting their butt to score the points. And so our number 10 will be Evian. Okay. Now I'm going to go up that side. So all the way around, we'll come up the steps on that side. I can tell the story about each wrestler, but I'm not going to do that because you guys don't want to be here all afternoon. But Evie has been one of our smaller girls forever, and she might always be. But she's a beast. So she's number 10. Number 9, Brad Nicholson. Brad. I think this is really the second year on top 10. Number 8, Ariana Bear. I don't think Bear is a trip. Number 7, Cassie Gonzalez. Yeah, really don't think that these girls aren't going out trying to score points and trying to win tournaments and improve. They do on a daily and weekly basis. It's very impressive to see the effort that these girls put in. Number 6, Allie Elfringer. While she's walking up here, I will tell a quick story. Allie is a champion on and off the mat. She had a tough bump up this year at a girls' state tournament, and because she could wrestle She could have had 0 matches in the state tournament, or she could have gone up to wrestle bigger girls, and she chose to bump up to wrestle bigger girls and went 0-2, but she didn't complain, her mom didn't complain, they sucked it up and they said, well, we just need to get better. And you can't ask for anything more from a wrestler than that. Number 5, Skylar Little Soldier. Skylar spent 8 weeks in California at one wrestling camp, living in a tent. True story. Number 4, Danica Mueling. I think in 2017, Danica won 4 Min USA state titles. And she can only win 5. Number 3, any guesses? Gigi Bray. Gigi's another girl that doesn't waste time. She's constantly getting after it. She travels all over the country wrestling at regional and national tournaments. And again, she's seeking out better competition always. Number 2, Audrey Ragazzi. Audrey is definitely giving number 1 a run for their money as far as points. And I think that's the Ragazzi creed is points. Points first. And those Ragazzi kids score a lot of points. So congratulations, Audrey. Number 1, Callie Graber. Girls, also, before you leave today, we have to get a good headshot for the poster. You cannot leave unless you've taken a shot for the poster. Otherwise, you run the risk of it just being a picture of my cat. This is the future. These girls push everybody else. Okay, congratulations. Our top 3 cadets, and for our cadets, any of our cadets that are 9th grade and older, they get to compete on our junior duels team. And so we have the good fortune of being able to have some of our cadets wrestle up. And then all of our girls, all of our cadets that wrestle at nationals, whether it's Lone Nationals or at Fargo, if they're 9th grade, they also wrestle in the juniors. It's not a possibility, it's a requirement. And we can't require them, but we strongly suggest that anyone that can wrestle in both divisions, simply because they're getting more mat time, more experience. And so we've got a great group of cadets that a year ago and 2 years ago were in these girls' shoes where they were schoolgirl on down. Very, very proud of these girls. And so our honorable mention for our top 3 cadets, and we have an honorable mention to anyone that's going to make All-American at Lone Nationals or at Fargo. And so she just missed the points to reach the top 3 spots. And so our honorable mention goes to Amor Tuttle. Number 2 is definitely no stranger to USA Wrestling. She's a workhorse, very disciplined, great girl off the mat as well. Number 2 is number 3. Yeah, number 3, sorry. Number 3 is Joshua Whitehorn. And the sister combo at number 2 is A. Tuttle. And number 1, Emily Shilson. Emily recently won, well, she didn't win second. You don't win second, you get second. She earned a silver medal at Cadet Worlds in Greece a few weeks back, and in a couple of weeks we traveled to Japan to train and compete against some of the deputies against that world. And why I'm telling you this is so that everybody understands why it's important to get out of your comfort zone, whether it's your room or your city or your state. Make sure you're going out and searching out some of the tougher competition. If you have the opportunity, we recommend that. And girls, we also need your headshot after doing some of these photos. Congratulations. Top 3 junior girls. Honorable mention, I don't think she's here. Evelyn Valenzuela. Yes. And number 3, because our cadets can wrestle as juniors and score points as juniors, our number 3 junior is Nate Huddle. Dave was an All-American at Portsmouth Nationals and an All-American in Fargo this year, and part of our Constellation Champion dual meet team. Number 2, no stranger to the top 10, top 3, and top 3, that's for sure. Michaela Welch. And yes, Michaela, I know that's still wrong. That's not my doing. And number 1, Emily Shilson. Same thing, girls, we need a headshot. We're all done. Perfect, congratulations, girls. Now we're going to the top 10 kids. And I'm going to throw a couple more shirts.
Who wants a shirt? We'll do a little more in a little bit. Last one here. I want to first say, Michaela, sorry I spelled your name wrong. That was me. It wasn't Chad. It was me. I'll take the blame. So we want to get to the kids. So the kids is really Bantam, Pee-wee, Novice, Intermediate. So all the 4 different age divisions, the top 10 is the 10 kids who scored the most off of all those 4 age divisions. So without too much further ado, we had a tie for 9th. Calvin Lundquist. I'll do it both nights. And Jordan Heimberg. Number 8, Zach Hansen. 7, Vander Mathiowicz. 6, Jacory Bates. 5, Axel Rogatsky. Number 4, Pearson Manville. Number 3, Isaiah Eide. Number 2, Jaden Hellerud. And number 1, who can guess who that is?
Hudson.
Anyone? Any guesses?
Hudson.
Hudson Man!
Also the longest drive here to the International Falls.
Oh, wow, International Falls.
Yeah, sure. Make sure he gets a shirt.
Come here, Hudson. Take a picture first. Take a picture. Let's give one more round of applause for these kids. Thanks, guys. Hudson, come over here. Next, we have the top 10 schoolboy. Number 10, Caden Home. Caden Home. I think he made it today. Number 9, Micah Hansen. Number 8, Maxwell Peterson. Number 7, Landon Johnson. Number 6, AJ Aiken. Number 5, couldn't make it today, Coy Biskins. Number 4, Kyle Boki. Number 3, Kale Bird. Number 2, Isaac Grams. And number 1, can you dim the lights here? Who's that guy? Ryder Rogatsky. Ryder's 5th year in a row at number 1. Let's give him one more round of applause. Congratulations. Thanks. top 10 cadets. Nick Dunnigan. Number 9, Chase Murphy. Number 8, Colby Knox. Number 7, Cannon Hable. Number 6, Brennan Rutt. Number 5, Ryan Sokol. Number 4, Nick Pierce. Number 3, Paxton Crease. Number 2, Grant Parrish. And number 1 couldn't make it today. Anybody know who that is?
Carson Manville.
Carson Manville. Thanks, guys. Congratulations. Unfortunately, but we're going to go through them. Tied for 9th, we have Jacob Berglund and Sailor Schmidt. Number 7, Tyler Shilson.
We've done some traveling lately. We went over to Greece, and normally we travel as a family. My son is now wrestling for the Badgers, and so he wasn't going to be here every single year. We don't like the fact that the juniors aren't able to attend because a lot of them are now in college. And so what we did when we went over to Greece is we brought Flat Tyler along. And so today Flat Tyler is going to be here to receive that award. Thanks. There might not be many, but Flat Tyler's here.
Tied for 7th, Paxton Crease. In 6th, Jared Florell. Whom I believe is wrestling for Purdue. Number 5, Patrick McKee. Patrick is wrestling in New York right now. He won? Let's give it up for Patrick. Wow. And tied for 3rd is Alex Lloyd and Kenny O'Neill. Number 2, Tyler Eichens. This one's going to be easier for you to guess. As you can see his name on the back of the singlet. See that? And then Peyton Rock.
This is a little side story about how the impact you make as Minnesotans and how you represent yourself means something. I have a little story about Peyton Robb. In August, I was down in Santiago, Chile with my son Ryder wrestling in the schoolboy national team, world team. And I'm talking to a kid from Argentina, helping present awards in Chile. And he sees our Minnesota gear and Eastridge gear underneath his USA sweatshirt. And he said, "Oh, you're from Minnesota?" And he speaks okay English, but it's kind of hard. And he said, "Do you know, I know, Minnesota, yeah, Minnesota. Peyton Robb, oh." I wrestled him in Junior Worlds a couple weeks ago. He's strong. He pounded me. He's very nice. So I just wanted to pass that story along because I haven't seen Tracy or Peyton since then, but people remember you and they remember where Minnesota's from, so thanks for representing yourself so well.
And for those, if we had extra awards up here for people who were unable to attend, and you know you're going to see that person sometime in the next 12 months, come up and grab those awards. It's easier than us being able to mail them and stuff. So if you're from the same club or whatever, come up and grab them. And now we'll get to the Triple Crown winners. So we're going to start with the girls. And so I'm going to have the girls all come up. Emily Shelson, Danica Fueling, and Callie Graber. Congratulations. For those of you guys who don't know, Triple Crown is when you win all three styles, Greco, Freestyle, and Folk Style. This is the first time we've been able to, the first time we have in Minnesota given out to the girls, and rightfully so. They actually have to wrestle in the Greco boys division, right? So you got to win the state title in the boys division. You have freestyle and folk style both have the girls, but that's a major accomplishment. I'm super proud of these girls and all of them out there who've continued to compete. But that's a great accomplishment, Triple Crown, all three styles. Let's give it up for them. We're hoping to get Greco here, right, Chad?
Greco, girls Greco State next spring, for sure.
For sure. Next, we have the Pee-wees. Pee-wee. All right. The Triple Crown champion, Weston Charmoli and Jaden Bates. Show your muscles quick. Both of you guys, show the muscles. Show them. Oh yeah! You don't get those by sitting on the couch, do you guys? Oh yeah, I do. All right, congratulations. Okay, we'll bring all the Triple Crowns up here. We'll bring the girls back too. Girls, want to get back up here real quick and stand right here? Yep. Get up here and then we'll get a big picture of all the Triple Crowns. In the bantam, we have from Warrior Warehouse, Martez Sheard, and from Northfield, Caden Stade. I think they're here today, unfortunately. So move on to the novice. With novice, we have Calvin Lundquist, Wyzetta, Jen Wester, Annandale, and Jaden Hellerud, Shakopee. We'll go back to the intermediate. And one thing about Jaden, if you guys notice his name highlighted up here, it's in bold letters. He actually was a national Triple Crown. So let's give him a round of applause. skipped intermediate, but we didn't forget about you. From Thor Wrestling, Lincoln Christensen. From the High Flyers, Chase Mills. From Brotherhood, Nicholas Slater. From Maple Grove, Ben Schultz. And from JJ Train, Ethan Sather.
Smile.
Moving on to the schoolboy. From Forest Lake, Brendan House. From Eastridge, Ryder Gatsby. And from Shakopee, Benjamin Ryden. House is from Anoka. That's right. Yeah. I make mistakes, guys. I'm human.
That's not what Forrest Lake said.
Forest Lake, you claim him? My fault. And then for cadets, we have Paxton Crease, Nick Cantu, Carson Manville, Jack Fudge, and Kate King. And then for juniors, we've got Kenny O'Neill and Jared Florell. And for you guys here, these awards, these 5x7s, so these guys are the brightest and ready for our future. Can't wait to see what these guys do here in the state of Minnesota. Let's give them another round of applause. Thanks, guys. I think we got to throw out a few more shirts here. Want to come up and help? Yeah? This one's an Army one. Who wants the Army one? This side. You can yell out. This side? Yeah. Middle? That side? We'll do more in a little bit. I like the screaming. This is good. Best awards banquet ever. Huh? All right, so we do awards for the clubs, state clubs. So it's pretty easy to win this award. Just kidding. Pretty easy to qualify for the award, I should say. So how we calculate this is how you do at the state tournaments as a team. So there's not a whole lot of math that goes into this other than you have to have a number of people show up and be part of your program and do well and place high. you know, it's amazing what these programs have done year after year after year after year. You know, I feel like these clubs have done a great job for the sport, and the numbers that they bring to the state tournament, it's awesome. It's great to see. So for folk style, which was down.
Sorry to interrupt. One more piece on that. For those clubs that want to win that award, the state folk style, Greco, or freestyle, remember that the girls state tournament also scores the same amount of points. If you have a boy in a bracket with 50 kids, and you have a girl in a bracket with 6 kids, the girl is automatically scoring points for their team because they're top 6. And so if I were a club coach or president and I wanted to win this award, let's say Osseo Youth Wrestling in 2007, 8, and 9, and we had 13 girls on our team scoring, every girl scored points at the state tournament because they were winning state titles or they were 2nd or 3rd or 4th. It's a real simple concept. If you have girls that are going to the state tournament and they're already in the top 6 because they're scoring points. Just wanted to let you know that. Those 3 years, Osseo beat out teams like Anoka and Apple Valley and Simley and Shakopee and everyone else because we had more girls on our team. Okay? Just a little sales pitch, that's all. Thanks.
So folk style, 3rd place, and we'd like all the people, all the wrestlers from this club, coaches included, to come up and to get this award. 3rd place, STMA, St. Michael Outlaw. Two of them? Stand right there, stand right there. Number 2, Anoka. All Anoka, come on up. And the champions, Northfield. Northfield, come on, man. Good, Bob Parker. We have any Northfield coaches?
Yes, you're a coach.
All right, you guys bunch up a little bit. Let's give them a round of applause. Congratulations. All right, we'll move on to Greco. Hey, stay close. Stay close. Stand right there. Big part of that fire. Hold on. Number 3, high flyers. Any other high flyers up here? Are you high flyer? All right, stand next to your buddy here. Number 2, we're actually tied for first. There's a tie this year. So we had 2 champions, Forest Lake and Thor Wrestling. And for those of you guys I had to ask earlier, Thor Wrestling is mostly Minnesota, but it's Marshall and Canby and Madison, Dawson. So it's a lot of those schools on the western side of the state. So Thor Wrestling, let's give it up for them. Thanks, guys. Hey, you guys stay up here. All you guys stay up here. We got 3rd, Thor. We're going to flip them around a little bit. 3rd, Thor. 2nd, Forest Lake. and your champions, high flyers for freestyle. Thanks, guys. Doris, stay right there. Yeah. And so, this next page, we got Club of the Year. And that picture will make sense in a minute here, I promise. We got Club of the Year. And much because of how much they brought to the sport again. Thor Wrestling, a program that was nominated by many members of our board. It was a program that new to I don't want to say they're new, but they've 3 years, their third year. But coming up here on stage after 3 years is a very, very, very impressive thing. And we want to recognize programs who are able to do that. Their numbers are up. They're doing great things for the sport. And so we want to give the Club of the Year award to Thor Wrestling. Slide here. You guys know who this gentleman is? Congratulations to Chuck Jacobs. Come on up, Chuck. Chuck had the absolute most nominations I've seen in my 2 years being in this position. I had a lot of emails come through. It was great, but he's very well loved. I know he coaches the girls team along with Chad here. But Chad, or Chuck, I want to say there was over a dozen emails about how great of a coach you were and what you've done for the sport, for these girls, for the families here, helping them out. Congratulations and thank you very much for all you do in the sport of wrestling.
Matt said that if I get to talk, I have to throw out more shirts. I said that's an easy trade-off. Hold on. Just a moment. And if you guys get more shirts, you have to listen for 30 seconds. A little more on Chuck. Chuck started with Minnesota Girls Wrestling when his daughter came into the program several years ago. And since that day, he has not stopped working. He donates so much of his time, energy, and finances to our program. It's incredible. One of the shirts, the black shirt, was his doing. He's responsible for that. He has a business, and it's connected to Marathon Gas, and Marathon Gas, through Chuck, is able to donate money to our program. And this year, our girls program, we raised, outside of our MinUSA budget, an additional $8,000, in large part because of him. He also takes girls down to Oklahoma, takes them to Fargo, takes them anywhere they need to go, Vegas. He'll pay for hotel rooms when they need financing. He finds a way. He doesn't make excuses. He doesn't make recommendations without following up with the effort. It's just a huge, huge benefit to our program. And his daughter's a senior this year. I'd be very, very bummed if all of a sudden he disappeared from our program. It would be a huge void. And so he's very, very deserving of the Rodney Rickard Coach of the Year award. Thank you.
A few more shirts? You guys good with that? We've got a few more awards. Pairing Official of the Year. You know, this is goes to the person who helps with the matching and helping out with you know, the state tournaments and whatnot. I know she's not here today, but this award goes to Sue Telgren. Same with the MAC Official of the Year. He's not here today. Rob Crow. Priest, you want to give it to him? Perfect. This next award is the Dan Drink Wine Volunteer of the Year Award. And you know, it's always tough because we have so many volunteers who help out throughout the year. Last year, the gentleman sitting in the row right here, Jeff Lathrop, won the award for his exceptional volunteerism. But this year goes to a female whom I know very closely. She's been a major help. Not just in our program here at East Ridge, but major help in Men USA Wrestling. She helped a ton with the awards the last couple of years, making sure that, you know, when you guys, you know, get to your awards at the end of the tournament, state tournaments, you guys have probably seen me there, right? Handing out the medals. You know, this woman's helped me a ton with that. She drives a lot of the girls and a lot of the athletes across the state to tournaments, and making sure that kids, whoever needs a ride, can get to these tournaments. And so, without further ado, we want to give this award to Kelly Rogatsky. And now we're going to give out, this is the last awards we have left for the night, or the day. I think you guys can get back to your Sunday football. National Recognition Awards. These are award recipients that, again, we haven't done before in the past, but we need to start doing them. It goes to individuals from Minnesota, who have competed at the national, or the world level, have gone beyond national and done well. So I know a few of them aren't here today. Again, a lot of these guys are competing down in Rochester. Unfortunate that the date worked out the way it did. But the UWW Junior World Silver Medalist for freestyle was Mitchell McKee. We had a Junior World Gold Medalist for freestyle, Gable Steveson. We had a cadet gold medalist, Daniel Kirkfleet. As mentioned earlier, we have the girls cadet world silver medalist. Please come up and get your award, Emily Shelson. And then we have two awards coming up to the same individual. In the last, I think this is the second year they've done this with schoolboys. The second year they've done it with schoolboys, where you have to win nationals for freestyle Greco-Roman, and then you get invited down to the Pan American Wrestling Games. And so this individual won a gold medal in both Greco and freestyle, Ryder Rogatsky. We'll get him one. Hayden Rob did the same thing for cadets. See, guys, I make mistakes. I get the information and I don't always have it right. So, but hey, guys, this is great. You know, competing from Minnesota, even in the national level, is pretty cool. But the competing as Minnesota at the world level is even more cool. As a story about Peyton Rob. But let's give it up for these individuals. Great accomplishments. Let's keep representing Minnesota. Thanks, guys. And that's it. Unless you want to throw a couple more. Couple more, and then that's the end of our show. I will say one thing, guys. If you heard a name up here that didn't show up and was unable to come up and get their award, please come up. Please come up on stage and grab it for them. You can take it back to the club or the program. Do it after we finish what? Do it after we finish throwing some shirts off. After we finish throwing shirts, though. So, all right. Thanks, guys.